Welcome to Eternal Manna, the daily devotional broadcast of Grace Gospel Church. Once again, we are in a new week and we want to continue our journey through Philippians chapter 1. Today we are at verse 25, Philippians 1:25. And just to refresh your memories, Paul had been talking about the dilemma that he faced, the tension in his life. He wanted to depart and to be with Christ, which is better by far. But at the same time, he wanted to remain here on earth so that he can be of blessing to not just the Philippian church, but to all the other churches that he had founded. So we continue along the same theme in verse 25. Convinced of this, I know that I will remain and I will continue with all of you for your progress and joy in the faith. So Paul is telling us that he has got the answer, that he's going to remain on earth and that he's going to continue being with the Philippian church. And he had a settled conviction. I am convinced, I know, and I'm going to be with you, and I'm going to be by your side. And then he gives us the reason as to why he wanted to remain and be by their side. It was to advance their spiritual maturity. What a noble reason for staying on in earth. It was not for materialistic purposes. It was for spiritual purposes to build up the people of God. So Paul was living a crucified life. He was dead to self, and his passion and desire was that he might be of help to others, particularly in their spiritual progress. And Paul tells us explicitly that he wanted to help them in the progress of their faith. And don't we all need to grow in our faith? The Christian walk is a walk of faith. And none of us at any time can say that we have arrived. And we need to get all the help that we can in order to grow in our walk with the Lord, to grow in our faith. And Paul is telling the Philippian church, I want to come alongside of you and help you mature in your faith, to grow in your faith. Now, I want to give you 5 key words as to how we all need to grow in our faith. And what is this faith that we are talking about? So here are the 5 words, and be open to anyone that the Lord will use to come alongside of you to help you to grow in your faith. First, it is a persistent faith, a persistent faith, a faith that does not give up, a faith that does not quit, a faith that keeps going in the face of challenge and storm and adversity and difficulty, a persistent faith. Secondly, it is a pure faith, unadulterated. It is not contaminated by sin or by wrong teaching and doctrine. It is a pure faith. And sometimes our faith can go on a detour. It can be derailed. And that's why we need someone to come alongside of us and help us check whether our faith is a pure faith. Thirdly, Peter describes it as a precious faith of a greater value than the purest gold that you can find here on earth. Our faith is of very high value. It is very, very precious. And so it is a precious faith. And sometimes our eyes can be taken off, and we can focus on the things of this world, and we can lose sight of the preciousness of our faith. That's number 3. And number 4, our faith has got to be practical. It is a practical faith. James reminds us, faith without works is dead. So this is a faith which must express itself in action. It cannot be dormant, it cannot be stagnant. And fifthly, it must be a proclaiming faith. It is a faith that we are not ashamed of, embarrassed about. It is a faith that we will boldly, courageously declare to everyone who comes in contact with us. So Paul says, I want to come alongside of you and help you in the progress of your faith. Persistent faith, pure faith, precious faith, practical faith, proclaiming faith, and may the Lord bless you. Amen.
For more videos like this, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Grace Gospel English Church Toronto. Thank you.